So the other day I went to IKEA and they were socially distancing in the store. So this was the line that I waited in for about 45 minutes, but it was worth it because I ended up getting each of these pieces of wood with white laminate already on them for 90 cents each. Was definitely a steal. Then I got this cutting board, which I'm going to use for my countertop for $20. Dad came to join me in the van once I got back to work on the rest of the insulation. I cleaned up everything and then I started unloading the van. It's been raining here a lot, and because I am working on this in an uncovered area, I have to take everything out and put it back in between work days. So that is a lot of work. Cutting the styrofoam that went on the walls was very messy. It got everywhere, so I had to sweep that up before I laid down my Reflectix. I just used a straight edge razor and scissors to cut this, and I use foil tape to keep it down. And my last two van builds, I used spray adhesive, and the foil tape is much stickier and permanent and cleaner. It's not as messy as doing the spray adhesive. So I really liked it. It was a slow process having to peel apart the two layers, but I made it work. Here is a close-up of me putting one of the corners in. And once you press this material, it folds, so it makes it really easy for you to see where you need to cut it. And this razor was super dull, so I ended up getting scissors to cut this. Fits perfectly. Tape it down. Taped my seams together, just blocking out as much air as I can that would come up from the floor. Talk to my neighbors because I'm a good person, and everything falls and I act like nothing happened. So I bought a canopy so that way I could work in case it rained. Dad helped me put it up, and then I started to unload. Today I was really focused on finishing the flooring. I had a class this morning, and then I spent 8 hours working on the van, and I am very sore, but this is a little bit of what it looks like that I did today. Covered the wheelbases. There's my setup, and my sister brought me sushi. Got back to work, measuring out how I was going to do the floor. I ended up cutting this board straight down the middle and put a piece in the middle, and then I take duct tape and go over that to seal it together. Dad helped me cut some strips to put under the seams so that when you walk on it, it doesn't buckle. And then I started on my flooring. I got a box of this floor for $24 from Home Depot, and it's a light wood color, and I staggered it, so you see me cutting some of these in half to fit on the second row. And these are peel and stick, so you really don't need anything other than a straight edge to score the back where you want it to be cut, and then you just bend it and it breaks. It's really easy to do. I'm sure I'm gonna have bruises on my knees tomorrow, so I tried to grab a towel for some cushion. Next was the garage, or under the bed storage. I decided to use carpet for back here since it really wasn't going to be seen from the front. There's going to be a wall under the bed in front of the garage, so you'll only be able to see it when you go into the trunk or open a cabinet on the front. I got this rug from Walmart for $20, and I cut it to fit around the wheelbase. These two stands that I had my wood on, I got from Home Depot for $24 for both of them. My my sister is gossiping at the back of the van. Not gossiping, but telling me about my nephew's third day of kindergarten. Back in the van, and it is now time to work on the frame for the bed. At this point, I was already about 6.5, 7 hours into the day, and I was exhausted. I was going up and down in and out of this van. I can't even count how many times. But I wanted to make these cleats for the wall, so I used my drill bit and pre-drilled that hole, and then I put a screw in to hold it to the wall, measuring that it's the same and it's level on both sides. Next, I measured across and cut 3 of the 2x4s to make a frame or a platform for the bed. And I also want to be able to sit up in the bed, so I was playing with